Hi folks, Darren Thomas here again, coming to you from the Cove in beautiful Asheville, North Carolina. The weather's getting really chilly outside. Actually, we're having snow flurries today, and we are getting ready for Christmas. And I have a special guest with me this afternoon. This is Miss Gigi Graham, and Gigi is the eldest daughter of Billy and Ruth Graham. Miss Gigi, I'd like to welcome you this afternoon.
Thank you. It's already beginning to look like a Christmas around here.
Absolutely, yeah. We're getting a jump start. So, well, Miss Gigi, I was just wondering if you might share with all of our visitors here a little bit about growing up in the Graham home. Is there some stories?
Around Christmas time?
Yeah,
especially?
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, you know, it was really a blessing because Mother and Daddy had a really wonderful way of you know, the secular and the spiritual, bringing it together. Right. So we never had a mix-up, you know, but we had all the fun of Santa Claus and stockings and all of that and presents. Great. But we also knew, absolutely, that this was all about the Savior's birth. Awesome. And so that was primary. But still, we had fun. And Mother loved Christmas, and so she got all into it. And Daddy would, like one Christmas, for example, my children were little, Ann's kids were little, and of course, all of us siblings have different personalities. And so when we have Christmas at Mother and Daddy's, we were all there. And so we're not allowed to go into the living room until everything is set. Now, the night before, Christmas Eve, we go in and Daddy might read to us, but then what would happen is that he would call Santa. And usually that was T.W. Wilson down the road. But he would
call on the phone?
He would call on the phone. He'd say, "Hello, Santa." He said, "This is Billy Graham here, and I'm in Montreat, and my grandchildren are waiting for you to come, and we want to know where you are right now, and if you're, you know," and he gets us all into it, and then Uncle T would be on the other side, "Ho, ho, ho, I'm here," you know. So then, about that time, we finally get the kids settled down a little bit. Before they went to bed, you could hear donkey bells up in the, my brother would be up in the, Ned would be up in the chimney with donkey bells. Well, you can imagine the kids' excitement. They couldn't, it's hard to get them to go to sleep.
That's great.
Well, the next morning, we're not allowed into the living room until everybody has come to the kitchen. So they come to the kitchen, and we have to all have breakfast first. We can't even go and peek in the living room. Everything has to be, so we have breakfast first, and of course the adults, you know, they take their time, sipping their coffee, and they wait for the last sip of, and the kids, you know, are just, you know, it's very painful for the kids. So then finally the last person drinks their last sip of coffee, and the kids jump up to go inside. And Daddy said, "No, we're going to read the Christmas story first." Oh, so all these sighs, and they say, "Okay, we'll sit back down." So we go through the Christmas story. They all jump up again, and they all head for the living room. About that time, my sister Ann, who likes things done a little more orderly, said, "No, wait. I want you all to line up, and I am going to take individual pictures coming through the dining room into the living room." Oh, they had a fit. About this time, my oldest son looked at his grandmother, and he said, "Tete," that's what they called their grandmother, "Bethlehem was never as miserable as this." But I'll put that aside. They really did have a wonderful way of combining the two. And there was never a problem for the kids or the grandkids knowing that, you know, this was all about our Savior's birth. And I just have to plug a little bit the Cove because I think I'm telling you, the decorations over here at Christmas time, they can compete with the Biltmore House anytime. I believe that.
Yeah, they are beautiful.
And our food's better.
It is absolutely beautiful. It really is.
It really is.
And they're getting everything set now, and they're going through all the decorations, getting them ready to be put up. And Miss Gigi, we just really enjoy having you here. Gigi gives Gigi talks at the Cove in the afternoons, and she shares about the Graham family and different things that happen growing up, and a lot of fun stories, and a lot of great stories about the spiritual influence that her parents had on her life. And so, Miss Gigi, we just appreciate you so much, and thank you for being a part of the Cove.
Darren. We're glad to have Darren here with us too now.
We have a lot of fun here.
We do.
I just want to remind you, a lot of great things are coming in December for our Christmas events. Of course, Mr. Cliff Barrows is going to have his evening events, Christmas at the Cove. We'll be here the 5th, 6th, and 7th. And then also on December the 12th, we will have Annie Moses Band with us. Marty Getz will be with us on the 13th. Point of Grace will be here on the 14th, and then Andrew Peterson will be here on the 17th. Now go to the Cove website, www.thecove.org, and you will see different advertisements about these events. Now some of these are sold out, so you want to go ahead and get in as quick as you can to get into those seats that are still empty. But we're saving you a seat here at the Cove for Christmas.
And it'll make your Christmas. It'll really put you in the Christmas spirit.
Absolutely. So God bless you and Merry Christmas.